Wild Robot. This movie is one of those rare animated films that hits you hard. And I think a big part of why it works so well is because it doesn't shy away from blending emotion with a story that feels almost universal. At the heart of the movie, you've got this robot, Roz, who isn't built to understand emotions, but she ends up going through this incredibly emotional experience anyway. And right from the beginning, you feel for her. She's thrown into this world where nothing makes sense to her. She's designed to serve, but there's no one to serve.
Perhaps order a Rozzum helper robot? Is that a no?
It's easy to relate to that feeling of not knowing where you fit in, and that's what grabs you early on. We've all felt out of place at some point.
Do you need assistance? I see your problem.
And Roz is this cold machine, but somehow, she becomes the most relatable character. One thing we can't ignore in this movie is how it plays with the idea of motherhood. And honestly, that's a huge part of why it hits so hard emotionally. Roz, who is literally built to be just a functional robot, ends up becoming a mother figure to Brightbill in the most unexpected way.
Congratulations!
As far as he's concerned, you're his mother now.
She didn't ask for it, she didn't plan for it, but when that egg hatches, it's like this maternal instinct just kicks in, even though she's a machine. And it's not about biology, it's about care, responsibility, and love. When Roz accidentally crushes that nest, it's a turning point. She doesn't feel guilt the way a human might. It's such a simple, pure bond, but it feels so powerful. This little creature has just lost everything, but in Roz, it finds safety and comfort. It's basically like watching a mother-child relationship, except in the most unexpected way. The whole process of Roz raising Brightbill mirrors what a mother does with her child. She protects him, teaches him, makes sure he's fed, learns how to swim, and eventually how to fly. Even when she has no idea what she's doing, Roz is committed to making sure Brightbill has everything he needs. That's what makes this relationship so emotional. It's not something Roz was programmed to do, but she does it anyway because she cares. You can feel the growth in her character as she figures out how to be a mother on her own terms. Then there's the challenge Roz faces as Brightbill grows. You know, she's just trying to protect him, but at some point, she has to face the reality that she can't hide the truth forever. That scene where Brightbill learns Roz killed his family, even if it was by accident, is heartbreaking.
You think that thing is your mother?
It's such a gut punch because for Roz, it's a mistake that she can't undo, and for Brightbill, it's the betrayal of the one figure he trusted the most. The movie nails that feeling of helplessness. Roz didn't mean to hurt anyone, but now she's losing the one thing she cares about.
It wasn't her fault, kid.
Why didn't you tell me?
I did not think the information would assist you.
And then there's the tough part of motherhood, letting go. Roz doesn't just shelter Brightbill, she prepares him to face the world on his own. That's probably one of the most heart-wrenching aspects of the film. When Brightbill flies off for the migration, Roz has to deal with the loneliness that comes with letting your child go. It's something all parents can relate to, and even if you're not a parent, you feel that emotional weight. Roz goes from this cold, calculating machine to someone who is feeling real loss. And it's not even just about Brightbill leaving. It's also Roz confronting the fact that she might not ever get a real purpose. The loneliness she faces while Brightbill is gone is something we can all relate to. Everyone's been through those moments where they feel like they've lost everything and they don't know what to do next. Roz is us in that moment. But what's really beautiful is how this relationship isn't just one-sided. Brightbill gives Roz a purpose. In taking care of him, Roz learns how to connect emotionally, which is something she's not supposed to be able to do. And that's why the theme of motherhood in The Wild Robot feels so powerful. It's not just about a robot raising a gosling, it's about how love and care can change you, even when you least expect it. Roz goes from being a robot with no understanding of emotions to a true mother, and that evolution is one of the most touching parts of the movie.
Consider this.
Another emotional part of the movie is when Roz powers down in the middle of the snowstorm. She's giving everything she has to save these animals. Even though she's not one of them. She's a robot. She's supposed to be unfeeling. But here she is, risking her life to save the very creatures that used to fear her. It's such a powerful moment of sacrifice, and you can feel the tension as her battery drains, knowing she might never wake up again. And then you have the ending, which is just loaded with emotion.
What are you saying? You're leaving?
Roz chooses to leave to protect the animals, even though she's found a home with them. It's this bittersweet moment of realization. Roz understands that her presence is dangerous, and the only way to truly protect her friends is to go away. It's a selfless act, and that's what makes it hit so hard. It's that idea that sometimes to protect the ones you love, you have to make the toughest decision, even if it means breaking your own heart. The fact that Roz still remembers Bright Bill at the end, despite having her memory wiped, that's the icing on the cake. It's like saying love and connection can't be erased, no matter what. For a robot, that's huge. Roz, who started out as this cold, logical machine, has learned how to feel something that's purely human, love. And that moment when she and Bright Bill embrace at the end, it's perfect. It's emotional, satisfying, and hopeful. It wraps everything up in a way that feels earned, not forced.
You're my friend, and I never had one before, and
What also makes this movie one of the best animated films of 2024, maybe even the best DreamWorks movie ever, is how it tackles big, heavy themes, but makes them accessible to everyone. It's about loneliness, family, sacrifice, and love, but it never feels preachy. The movie doesn't need a big speech to make you feel these things. It shows it all through the characters' actions. That's where the power lies. And don't even get me started on the animation itself. The visuals are stunning, especially the way they capture the island's wilderness. You feel like you're there with Roz, watching her grow from this outsider into someone who belongs. Every scene is filled with emotion, not just from the characters, but from the setting. The snowstorm, the peaceful moments with the animals, the fire during the battle, all of it enhances what's already a deeply emotional story. Side characters are also very well developed, and they are memorable.
This is not working.
are you kidding?
Fink is a mischievous red fox who first befriends Roz. He initially has ulterior motives by tricking her to steal food for him, but in time, he becomes sentimental about her cause of raising Bright Bill, Pinktail, an opossum who has to contend with wiry children of her own. She acts as a kindred spirit. She helps guide Roz to understand her more human side. So, yeah, the wild robot works because it doesn't just tell you a story, it makes you feel it. You connect with Roz, Bright Bill, and even the island animals in a way that stays with you long after the movie ends. It's a film that knows how to balance adventure, heart, and those quiet, emotional moments that hit you when you least expect it. I'd argue it's one of DreamWorks' best because it's not just about entertainment, it's about connecting with something deeper, and that's why it sticks with you.